Hello and many thanks for joining me on Express Update. We are coming to you from our studios here within the Ministerial Enclave. We are also on GoTV, channel 184. I am Peter Insia. Coming up in our stories, Ghana resumes evacuation of citizens from South Africa amid renewed xenophobic attacks. Also coming up, Speaker Gbagban cautions parents against sending children abroad too early. These and many other stories coming up shortly. Please do stay with us. And now the news in detail. Over 150 Ghanaians living in South Africa returns home under government voluntary repatriation program following the recent xenophobic attacks targeting foreign nationals. The latest batch were received in Ghana on Monday, July 27, by the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, and other government officials.
The second phase of the evacuation process was announced in a statement where the Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated that about 1,000 Ghanaians are expected to be brought home in batches, with the first flight scheduled to arrive in Accra on Sunday, July 26, while emphasizing that no Ghanaian will be left behind in harm's way. The press release also advises distressed Ghanaians in South Africa to contact the Ghana High Commission in Pretoria for further assistance and travel arrangements as the mission continues to coordinate the humanitarian operation. The government expressed profound appreciation to the leadership of the Church of Pentecost in Pretoria and Johannesburg, as well as the Global Kingdom Investments Proprietary Limited, for suspending their regular services and opening their premises to accommodate Ghanaians awaiting evacuation. According to the ministry, Ghana's High Commission in Pretoria has reactivated its emergency consular response and remains on high alert to provide assistance to Ghanaians affected by the violence.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Gbagban, has cautioned Ghanaian parents against sending their children abroad for education at a very young age, warning that it could weaken their connection to their families and the country. Speaking at the launch of the National Integrity Award scheme at the D.F. Annan Auditorium in Parliament, Mr. Gbagban urged parents to allow their children to complete their basic and secondary education in Ghana before pursuing studies overseas. He stressed the need for parents to use the early years of their children's development to instill values, discipline, and patriotism through local education before exposing them to international opportunities. Away from that story, the Executive Director of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, Duncan Amoah, has called on the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, and the Ministry of Energy to review the current crude oil supply arrangement and explore ways of using Ghana's locally produced crude oil more strategically to help shield consumers from persistent fuel price increases. His comment comes after COPEC cautioned that fuel prices in Ghana could increase further this week as global crude oil and refined petroleum product prices continue to rise.
Speaking in an interview, Mr. Amoah explained that petroleum prices have risen across major global trading markets, making higher local fuel prices inevitable. He noted that the current pump prices are based on international market data, including Platts pricing for petrol, diesel, and aviation turbine kerosene, adding that further increases remain likely if global prices continue their upward trend. Meanwhile, some transport operators have threatened to increase fares by 30% unless measures are introduced to ease the burden.
On to our last story, more than 200 members of the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, ICU, at the Volta Aluminium Company Limited, VALCO, have protested against government planned sale of the state-owned aluminium company for fears of job losses. The workers say the proposed sale could threaten the livelihoods of employees and their families and therefore called on the government to suspend the process. The union is also demanding meaningful consultation before any final decision is taken, stating that protecting jobs and ensuring the long-term sustainability of VALCO must remain a top priority. And that's all we have for you on Express Update. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. I'm Peter Insia. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.